This is Fox 5 Local News at 6.
Thanks for staying with us tonight. I'm Scott Smith. Well, there's been a major step taken in the fight against ISIS. Today, President Obama announced he's asking Congress to authorize the use of military force against the terror group. And I'm Scott Smith. We begin with a Rockville couple facing disturbing charges, locking their 22-year-old twin sons with autism in the basement of their home.
And police say the...
Fox is in Fauquier County, where a family's dog was shot and killed last year in what was believed to be a hunting accident. Now a grand jury has decided that the shooting may have been intentional. Back now in New Hampshire tonight, where federal officials are questioning why a circus operator continued on with a show even though severe storms were in the area. Well, the measles outbreak looks like it's slowing down, according to the Centers for Disease Control. The CDC added 13 new cases to this year's total of 154, but that number is still down from 20 cases in the last 2 weeks. 3/4 of the measles cases have been tied to an outbreak that started in December at Disneyland in California. It'll be a packed Verizon Center crowd tonight, and no one cheering harder, I'm going to guess, than the owner of the Caps and the Wizards, Ted Leonsis, who joins us live from Verizon Center here tonight. Ted, thanks for being with us. Now, both teams playing exceptionally well right now. Second round of the playoffs for the first time ever at the same time. So you are either the happiest man in D.C. right now or the most nervous. Which is it?
I think I'm a little of both.
When you hear about something headed for extinction, you probably think of an animal. Well, in this case, we're talking about a name.
It has fallen out of fashion, as it were. It prompted a lot of chatter here in the Fox 5 newsroom today. So we sent Beth Parker out to search for the story. You're going by way of the dodo bird, my friend.
That is.
I will say this though.
Everybody's named Scott. Come on.
Well,
Scott.
I'll be in your group here soon enough. But where there is reduced Garys, there's increased value. So
I agree
we
with
can
that.
look at it like that. You're a rare, unique.
My favorite Gary is Gary the pet snail on SpongeBob SquarePants. That's my favorite Gary.
That may be why this name is going extinct.
Right?
All right, good to know that.
They're naming snails after you, my
Gary.
friend.
I want to know is how do you tell the elephants, excuse me, Dumbo and Bob, I need you guys to come out here and hold this truck up.
Yeah, these are smart creatures.
They're incredibly smart.
It beats whatever you're paying for your roadside service because, you know what, they work for peanuts. Sue, I'm not sure if you know this yet, but we have a new addition to our winter storm coverage tonight.
Oh, we do?
Alice Cooper's bobblehead is actually going to be taking measurements out in our parking lot.
Oh,
so,
you are kidding me.
Yeah, no, I put him on the job. He's 7.5 inches tall.
Okay.
The way I figure, if it covers Alice by the end of the night, school's out for the summer. You like that? There we go. So you can monitor on Twitter. We'll be sure to update that.
This is Fox 5 Local News at 6.
Tonight at 6, things were calming down in Baltimore, but that may be changing after another incident today. It happened in the same area as last week's violent riots. We're there live with the latest. A warning for drivers in the district. More speed cameras are going up, but are they being put in problem areas, or are they just money-making machines? The story ahead. And the Capitals hit the ice tonight to take on the Rangers. A live preview ahead. Fox 5 Local News at 6 starts right now.
Good evening. I'm Scott Smith. Thanks for joining us tonight. Protesters take to the streets of Baltimore in another case of alleged police brutality against an unarmed black man. Freddie Gray died Sunday morning, 1 week after he was taken into police custody. His family claims his spine was partially severed at the hands of police, and it led to his death. Fox 5's Matt Ackland is live in Baltimore, where police just wrapped up a news conference moments ago. Matt? Off the top of the show, we were out live in Baltimore as demonstrations continue. Been going on for about 15 minutes now. Hundreds, if not thousands, gathered at this point, marching peacefully through the streets. For a lot of people, skateboarders are a nuisance, but a few local teens are looking to change that misconception. 18-year-old Zach Lindsay from Alexandria is doing his part to dispel those notions with Feed the Homies, a nonprofit that Zach and some of his skateboarding buddies started, where they distribute food to the homeless population around D.C. Now today and every Monday, he gives out chicken sandwiches for McChicken Mondays. Each Monday at McPherson Square, Zach is giving more than just sandwiches.
Every time we roll on through here, to do, you know, just give them something to do, someone to talk to. Just be a homie to the homeless.
That is awesome. We'll have much more on Zach and his Feed the Homies group tonight at 10 o'clock.
I love that. And I love that he's on a first-name basis with them all, too.
Sometimes a conversation, you know?
Right.
Which is great. A shocking crime out of Howard County. The owner of a popular tavern is accused of setting up a camera and videotaping female customers in the bathroom. It happened at the Ram's Head Tavern in Savage. Howard County police arrested the owner of the tavern, 37-year-old Kyle Muehlhauser. Police charged him for taping 6 victims. Authorities have been investigating this since May of last year when a woman found a camera in her bathroom stall and notified police.
Oh my God. My God.
The tavern owner's bond was set at $35,000. Police are asking other possible victims to come forward who may have noticed something out of place at the restaurant. Well, a courtroom bombshell today in Arlington during the retrial of accused child molester Michael Gardner. His attorney withdrew from the case. Prosecutors want to put Gardner's attorney on the stand to testify in a new trial, accusing Gardner of attempting to hire someone to kill or kidnap the young victims in his molestation trial so that they couldn't testify against him. One of the alleged victims says the new allegations have added more pain to what's already been a nightmare for families.
To say it's not something you can really describe.
The trial was supposed to start next Wednesday. Technically, Michael Gardner is now representing himself until he can hire a new lawyer. He's due back in court on Friday.
6th.
Chances better than the actual lottery of getting in there? Just slightly?
Slightly.
Yeah.
Just slightly. This is hard.
Coming up at 6, a 10-year-old boy from Howard County is hoping his dream can come true.
This is Fox 5 Local News at 6.
And so the laws don't apply to her?
The laws do apply to her.
D.C.'s top brass sticking together after the cruiser of D.C.'s top cop was photographed in a handicapped parking space.
I don't know one person who would be overly concerned about one incident.
But will Chief Kathy Lanier be fined? Fox 5 gets down to the bottom of this one. Plus, solidarity in the streets of West Baltimore, standing up for the life of 25-year-old Freddie Gray. Fox 5 Local News at 6 starts right now.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Scott Smith.
And
Well, FIFA, the largest sporting governing body in the world, fraught with corruption. That, according to the U.S. Justice Department, which brought a 47-count indictment against 14 individuals, 9 of which are high-ranking officials with the International Soccer Organization. The charges include racketeering, bribery, money laundering, and fraud, totaling more than $150 million. They're accused of accepting bribes for media and marketing rights and in the selection of World Cup host countries. Many of the individuals were arrested today at a luxury resort in Zurich, Switzerland, where FIFA officials were gathered for their annual meeting. Working with Swiss officials, they are trying to extradite these men to the United States. U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch discussed the charges.
now
So a man purposely brings a loaded gun and drugs into a Baltimore City police station. He says that he was ordered by a notorious gang to smuggle the contraband to test the department's security. Fox's Jeff Abel has the story.
This is Fox 5 Local News at 6.
And thanks for staying right here. I'm Sean Yancey.
And I'm Scott Smith. Well, we begin with a story you first saw here on Fox 5. There is new information in the case of the D.C. police officer accused of sexually abusing a 16-year-old girl. Prosecutors have added a second victim and leveled 3 new charges against Officer Daryl Best. And tonight we've learned one of those assaults allegedly took place inside police headquarters. Fox 5's Paul Wagner is live at D.C. Superior Court and joins us now with more. Paul. Baltimore police have a suspect in custody for stabbing 3 Morgan State University football players. Authorities say the stabbing happened around 2 this afternoon outside the dining hall. A university spokesperson says the stabbing stemmed from an argument when the suspect pulled out a knife and started swinging it. The victim's injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. To Fairfax County, where a man who attempted to break into a home this morning was shot by the homeowner. Now, it happened on Lenore Lane in Alexandria. Police say the burglar was trying to break into a side door, and that's when the homeowner grabbed his gun and fired. Fox 5 spoke with the homeowner late this afternoon. He told us the entire incident was terrifying. Well, a Maryland man who turned to Fox 5 in a dispute over a burial plot now has his money back. Melvin Cross went to Lincoln Memorial Cemetery in Suitland last year to buy a burial plot for his dying father-in-law. He canceled the contract that same day. Now, months later, he discovered that the cemetery had taken more than $1,500 in automatic payments from his bank account. After being contacted by Fox 5, the cemetery promised a refund. Cross now tells us that he has received the check and thank Fox 5. Well, Metro announcing new cars will hit the rails starting next month. Now, the long-awaited 7000 series cars will begin service April 14th. And they'll feature improved seats with more legroom, LED screens with current and upcoming station information, as well as closed-circuit cameras for added safety and security.
We have up there.
528 new cars have been ordered. That number is enough to replace all the current 1 and 4000 series cars. Fox 5 is in Anne Arundel County, where an intense search is underway for a man accused of killing his wife at a Dunkin' Donuts overnight. Fox 5's Sherry Lee is live in Hanover with the latest developments here. Sherry? Well, the Washington Post reporter is being held in Iran, accused of espionage and acting against national security. Jason Rezian has been detained since July 22nd.
A Bethesda neighborhood is also full of the trees.
Yeah, the streets of Kenwood, as you can see, are lined with beautiful blooming cherry blossom trees, and they're drawing quite the crowd. Our Sue Pauka, they're amongst the crowd. Sue, you're the envy of everybody here at the station today.
The studio.
Yeah, great picture taking and baby models, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's an organization in Colorado that is granting these kinds of wishes, and it's kind of like Make-A-Wish, only for senior citizens. As Beth Parker shows us, a D.C. resident is about to realize his dream.
Recently took her admiration of Justice Ginsburg to the next level. Rachel Fink tattooed a likeness of the Supreme Court Justice on her bicep. Full sleeve, by the way. That's what that means.
And here I was feeling a little self-conscious about my William Rehnquist tattoo that I've had for several years.
Show it off and show it proud, Scott.
Let's see it. Roll that sleeve up.
Well, Charlottesville police are fighting back against criticism over how they handled the arrest in the Hannah Graham case. Police have arrested and charged Jesse Matthew in connection with Hannah's disappearance. But Chief Timothy Longo said his department has gotten a lot of flack after Matthew was questioned early on in the case, but walked out of the police station and went to Texas. He was later arrested by Texas police. Longo is defending his department, saying it's important not to rush the case. Hannah has been missing for 3 weeks now. Police say the tips are still coming in, and they plan to follow up on every lead. To Montgomery County, and an update on a story that we broke last summer. An HIV-positive Virginia man sentenced to more than a year in prison for having unprotected sex with 2 women. Fox 5's Bob Barnard was in the courtroom when the decision today was handed down. Well, any teacher will tell you it's not always easy to keep the attention of your students, but some college kids just got an experience that took them well beyond the classroom. As Beth Parker shows us, it was a matter of life and death. New tonight, a top senator is accusing the Pentagon of underreporting the number of sex assaults in the military. New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand says that the military isn't being honest about the scope of the problem. Well, no, this is not a fishtail, and we have a video to prove it. A Florida man caught a 552-pound grouper in his kayak in Cape Coral. Can we see it? Where is it? Well, you can clearly tell he's struggling. There it is.
Wow.
That is a big fella. Wow. The fish measured 83 inches long and over 73 inches in girth.
Ooh. I hope he left it there, though.
You might want to toss that one back.
Wow.
But we begin with a teenager who died after taking the drug Molly at a concert. Good to have you with us today. I'm Scott Smith.
Coming our way, and here's Scott again, telling you to grab the umbrella for tomorrow. Showers move in on Friday, but at least our temperature, not bad at all.
It looks fabulous.
Nice run. So hang in there, folks. Good stuff is coming.
Thank you, Sue.
How did you get that modeling picture of me with the umbrella?
You know, Rich Dunn, your producer, helped me when you weren't looking and you were walking around toward Rodman's. I took a picture of you.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes. I have a whole line of winter weather poses.
Snowshoe.
Galoshes,
I think he's
poncho,
angling for you to use this picture.
No one wants
Sue.
to see your snowshoes anymore, Scott, but we will definitely book you for next season's
What about flip-flops? Flip-flops.
Oh, might need to do a little manscaping. That's what I'm reading.
Yeah. The dogs are a little white right now.
Nothing wrong with white dogs. It's those toenails. Okay, we better move on. I'm sorry, everyone.
There, you know about.
Those are the bottom 2, right?
Those are the bottom 2. Never mind. Doctors told the mom, you know, baby's teeth, other teeth should come in around the premature teeth, and she's perfectly healthy. Wow.
So she'll have another set of baby teeth that comes in?
I don't know.
Knocks those out?
That's apparently what
Her first words are, I'd like a hamburger.
And a toothbrush.
Yeah. See you at 10, everybody.